What's up, good people? Oh my goodness. Look, it's wholly different scenario, scenery, people, everything is new. But I am your favorite Jersey girl, True, and I am here with my co-host, Mr.
Great Anthony Live. What's going on?
And welcome to our new show, Sideline Chatter, which we are so excited to bring to you guys. It is an all sports show about everything all sports. So super excited. Super excited to be hosting with you. Like, this is new for us.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, that's a great thing when people from two different shows can come together and discuss what they want to like to discuss, other than what they normally discuss on separate shows. So, but I always really watch a sports podcast. Yeah, this is right up my alley. I love it.
Yeah, this will be great. This will be great and interesting. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I am your favorite Jersey girl, True. So I am all things New York and New Jersey. I am the Knicks. I am a Yankees. I am the Giants. So
I'm with you on the Yankees. I used to be a Knicks fan back in the days.
Yes.
That's you on the Yankees.
Yes, with John Starks and Charles Oakley, and you know what I mean, like back when they played basketball, you know. And that's one thing that I miss about the NBA. It's like now it's so watered down, it's so fluffy. You can't step on somebody's foot by accident without being a flagrant foul because they done threw themselves, you know, halfway down the court because of it.
Too much going on in the NBA today for it to be enjoyable. You know,
right?
I pick a few games I watch on because it's like you said, it's so watered down and challenging the ball, and you know, somebody
it's hard.
They got to look at the monitor. It's not basketball.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I remember I think one of the reasons why I liked the Knicks back in the day was because they were so rough and tough. You know, I mean, elbows to the face. People were walking out with nosebleeds. Like it was brutal playing back in the 80s.
See, that's how we grew up playing in the playgrounds.
Yep.
Out of basketball. So I mean, if you wasn't going up in the playground, you wasn't a tough player. You know, you stay in the gym or organize ball or what have you. You ain't broken the playground. You wasn't playing the ball. Not for real.
Right. I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. And then, you know, since we kind of brought up NBA, and that's apparently the first sport that we are diving into, let's talk about your boy.
Oh, not John Morant.
Let's talk about your boy, John Morant. Like, this story cannot get any worse, but it keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about what happened on Wednesday.
No, I didn't.
So on Wednesday, he takes to Twitter or Instagram. I think it might both or whatever. Yeah. And he's, you know, sending out all these cryptic messages to the point where he ends the last message with and he says, bye.
Yeah.
And then he deletes everything. Right. I guess.
It kind of sounds like a possibly been suicide, like bad mom, bad dad. That's not me.
Right. So I don't know, you know, no one really knows his reasoning behind it other than the fact that how it came across and how it looked, right? So in all of that, of course, the police get dispatched and they go to his house.
What?
To do a welfare check.
Oh. My first heard welfare check. I thought it was actually a welfare check. I didn't know it was like that.
No, they're checking to make sure the person is well.
Yeah, I know that. Why are you checking to see if you got welfare check? What's going on with that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure the person is well, still alive, breathing and kicking. Yeah, but I really can't believe that this is, you know. But now, on a positive note, I don't know if you know, but his sneakers, you know, okay, so back up for people who may not have known, you know, when he got suspended back in March, Nike suspended his sneaker launch. Yeah. Well, they recently launched them. Sneakers sold out in minutes. Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
they needed another person to market Nike because they had just Kyrie Irving.
Right.
So he was like literally the next thing in line to get his own. So now after Jason Tatum Jason Tatum just launched his shoe, so um, he's going to be. And I think his shoes probably come out sometime next year.
Okay, all right, but yeah, I thought that was interesting that the sneakers still sold out.
Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily mad at Nike because they got to make their money. They got all of these shoes sitting in stockpile, so they got to make their money.
Yeah, they do. They have to make it. They got to market. They got to sell. They got to put stuff out there. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens. At the end of the day, as far as what's going to be the decision made for his shoes. Are they going to cut his deal with Nike, or Nike going to stick with him, or what? I mean, it's interesting because they've managed to stick with athletes in the past that have done off the field or off the court. I mean, case in point, Tiger Woods, all his indiscretions he had, he had indiscretions off the golf course, and what it is. So, they're not quick to cut you loose. They just scale back.
I think it depends on who you are. Tiger Woods can do no wrong in a Caucasian eye. Yeah. Kyrie caught all kind of hell, and they cut him without blinking. So I really think it depends on who that player is. Because I was on a whole boycott Nike campaign for a minute. Still low key is.
Yeah, I still wear Nike here and there. I got Nike. But,
I see.
But I mean, as far as shoes and stuff like that, I'm more on the Puma side. I love it.
Okay.
I mean, Air Jordan, Nike, of course, but
yeah.
Jay's come out from probably take
Yeah, I got you.
But what's going to happen with him? I mean, he's a young kid, and hopefully somebody in his country will sit him down and talk to him and understand the path going down is the wrong path, dude. You gotta straighten that stuff out, man, before you lose everything. You don't want that. Stop trying to be against it. You're not against it.
And I know, on your show, you talked a little bit about.
I went in.
I know.
I was pissed. I watched it, but I got watched it last night. I was mad. I'm like, I was mad. Like, it was. My thing was like, I was trying to get Jay to understand, like, dude, this is the situation that he's under. You can't do anything, and it's interesting because Charles Barkley and Steve Smith on TNT, they were talking about this the other day, and they were saying like, you can't ride a motorcycle, you can't go skiing, you can't go skydiving. It's a lot of you can't before you sign a contract. And what's so funny is, I don't know if you remember Jay Wayne, the guard that played at Duke a few years ago, got drafted by the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
And I think especially his rookie year, he may not have played a lot. So his second year, he was really starting to figure it out and start to play better. And actually, he had his best NBA game that night. So after that, 2 o'clock in the morning, he gets on a motorcycle and he crashed it in that fast. And those are the things that I'm talking about in terms of it's a lot of things that you can't do once you sign a contract. And it's unfortunate that a lot of these players, refuse to, and ignore what they're telling them they can and can't do. And they think that, okay, just because I'm making all this money, I can pretty much do what I want to do. And also what's interesting, I was watching an interview with Paul George and DeMar DeRozan from Chicago Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying this, like, there's so many players in the NBA that just they don't understand. Like they haven't played their dream. They just think they got the NBA. Man, I'm here. I got it. I made it. I did what I wanted to. And half those players is like, you just in the NBA because your man told you that you nice. You ain't put work in. Like he was saying, like when I came in, dude, I had everything. Like these veterans in the scene, they made me earn what I had. And now these guys, like a John Morant, like other young stars come in the league, and they just think that they can do anything, anytime, and they can't. And the NBA is heavily throwing all this money at you. I mean, you see how much Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown would be making? And it's a good example because Klay Thompson didn't make one of the All NBA teams last year when they won a championship. Cost that man like $30 million. He because of the contract and the clauses and everything like that. Just because Jason Tatum made first team All NBA, he can sign a $319 million contract now. And Jaylen Brown is second team All NBA. He can sign a $295 million contract. It's what they agree on with the NBA Players Association. It's in the agreement, So it's not like you have to negotiate or any of this. They know what they're making because of where they finished as far as the regular season and stuff like that. So guys a guy like Ja Morant, I think he finished one of the top All NBA teams. I'm not sure he's one of the top 2 teams, but I'm not sure. But just by making it, that's an extra $25 million on your contract. When you're willing to throw that away just because you want to waive a fund, or you want to act hard, or you want to do
he lost 39 because there was like 39 million because he didn't make the All-Star team.
Because he didn't make the All-Star team. I think they said when he got suspended for the 8 games, who was like 600,000 a game, I think.
Yeah. And it's like, really? But you bring up an interesting point, and I know we weren't getting deep necessarily, but I've had this argument with a lot of people about what they pay the rookies coming in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel like nowadays rookies are paid off of what they like, the potential of what they bring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not paid off of skill. Okay, They did great in high school. They did great in AAU. But this is a whole nother level of basketball. So, you know what I mean? And you're just throwing all these monies at these kids, and they haven't even proven themselves yet.
Nothing at all. And it's just, I don't know. It's all in their agreement that they agree on with the owners. And they come in and sign their deals. I think the first 3 or 4 year deal that they sign is like mid-level stuff. So it's not like bank. But that deal that they get, they make All NBA or something like that, or make an All-Star team, and those numbers jump up big time. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they don't know what to do with it because you get these kids. Some of them didn't even finish college. Some of them don't have the guidance, and they're just throwing all this money, and then you have a situation like this.
They were saying that they were thinking about lowering the age limit for the NBA Black 18. I don't know if that actually put into effect. It must not have, because a lot of those players are winding up going to school and things like that. So that exceptional rule must not have passed through the owners. I don't think the owners they got enough votes to pass it. So because if that was LeBron James, probably come out. And I
got a question.
In a top 10 mix.
Right. I got a question that to me is always highly debatable, even though everybody errs on the side of LeBron. But LeBron or Carmelo Anthony, their rookie year.
Yeah.
Which one?
What you mean as far as what?
Better player.
Well, didn't LeBron
Huh?
LeBron didn't go to the finals this year.
No.
He didn't even need to.
Exactly. And so here's my issue, right? Because I think so LeBron came in making way more money than Carmelo. And they both came in at the same time. Yeah. Two really good players. I've always been a Carmelo fan. I did not see the LeBron hype. I just didn't. It wasn't there for me. So, even his rookie year, their stats were pretty much neck and neck. And I think, like game point average, Carmelo had more. Yeah. But LeBron got the hype. He got the money. He got the endorsement. He got the shine. And I feel like that is why and where LeBron got to where he is now and why Carmelo suffered the way he did.
Well, again, having all that hype LeBron had and then being able to go into the NBA, stay out of trouble, and pretty much do it the right way, the way people were expecting him to do it. That's probably why he got more hype. I think Carmelo, because he was in the Western Conference, may have suffered. And then again, of course, Cleveland and Denver, the market's not that high But everyone had eyes on LeBron before Carmelo anyway. I mean, Carmelo was balling. But I think, in my opinion, what really set him back was when Detroit Pistons had him took that other kid. He didn't even play in the like 4 years. Stupid.
Yeah.
Y'all could have got Carmelo. That train kept on running.
Yeah.
You know, people hit or miss him on the trash all the time. But again, like you say, this I don't remember LeBron's rookie year a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't memorable because he ain't do nothing. All of that money, and he came here and did nothing.
He did nothing. But I mean, again, my biggest gripe with LeBron will always be him jumping ship and going to Miami. That will always be my biggest gripe with him. And I'm like, I can't do it in Cleveland. I'm going to leave and go somewhere and play with my friends and win a ring there. I was happy that he got a ring. I just didn't like the way he did it. So,
gotcha. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
That guy right there, he'd have never did that.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot going on here that wasn't supposed to be happening right now, but yeah, because DoorDash just gave us totally not our food. So I'm hungry and I'm about to have a problem. About to have a problem. Anyway, so let's dive in, if you will, into some football, which is one of my very favorite sports. One of my very, very, very favorite sports.
Let's go.
So, fun fact, I played flag football in my adult years.
Really? So it wasn't like a contact flag or just regular pulling? It was a contact flag, right? They be getting in out there.
So it was supposed to be just pulling the flag, not contact. My teams always seems to be the Bad News Bears, if you will, because I had a softball team that I coached and managed. Because I played on 2 softball teams. That's actually my first sport of choice. Been playing softball since I was like 7. Started playing flag football my adult career, my adult life, and I just seem to put together teams that are like me, rough and tough, and we don't care about rules, and we play the way we want to play, and all of those things. So but. I forgot where I was going with that, but I'll give you brownie points if you can figure out what position I played.
In football, flag football?
Yeah.
I mean, you look like you could probably play blockers.
That was my secondary position because I did like the contact. I did like pushing people around, and I played on a co-ed team.
Oh.
So you know how that goes because they see a girl and they think, oh yeah, nah. I got cleat marks in my leg because I go hard. But I was a quarterback.
Really?
Because I was a pitcher in softball.
Oh, you like long shots. You got an arm.
Little bit. Yeah. So football is one of my loves, huh? What? Or tell them to refund me. Okay, call the store. Sorry, because listen, the way to my heart is through food. So when they mess up food orders, I'm like,
everyone
ready to snap. Yeah, they think it's guys, but it's really girls. Girls love food more than that.
Yeah, girls. Food and alcohol.
Yes. Like, I don't even know what else I sent you as far as did you have something specific you wanted to chat about?
No, we do something on NFL. So you want to go through the schedule, stuff like that? Or
yeah, heck yeah. So I did pull the schedule. Kind of exciting. Really, like, kind of exciting schedule. I got week 1 schedule anyway. Wait a minute. You not seen Buns in basketball?
You mean those thick girls in the thongs and the lingerie playing ball? Is that like a lingerie football? Because that's kind of legit. Now the lingerie football is like that. I mean, because those girls are slim and stuff like that.
I know.
I saw the big girls with the basketball.
I mean, I got a clip. If you would like, if we went. Let me see. Look.
Go ahead and do it.
Let me see if I can find it here. But yeah, I got a clip.
I have seen.
Here it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is. Can they
Let
get
me.
these girls actually play, or are they just out there looking?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
they
kind of.
shit.
Nope,
Oh, they
not
shit.
that. Lord, get my life together here. So here we go. But really, why are you playing down here?
Oh, they really good. Man.
So check out the reverse.
I mean,
Listen,
if they wanted to play, look,
the
what?
reverse jumper though. So so we covered this maybe about a year or so ago when it first came out. And I was
Mm.
like, what kind of hot mess shenanigans is this nonsense? But apparently they have evolved and
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
got some
really?
people who can play ball. They
Yeah.
are freaking traveling. They were here in April. They were
This
in the
year?
DMV in April.
This year?
Yes.
Damn it, why you ain't tell me?
Look, I just found out. But I'm super mad. Like, why do they have to be naked? Why they gotta be naked though?
Amplified's no good. You know, it kind of takes away from the art of playing the sport of basketball. That's how I see it.
Exactly.
You don't have to. But see and again, I don't want to get off the course. But again, that goes into like how are men constantly looking at women. You want to dress like this just play basketball. You don't have to do that. You want to play
Right.
basketball. Play basketball. The same with the laundry and football. If you want to play football, play football. You don't have to dress skimpy and kind of you know because again, everybody's watching you, and we
And
can't.
that's kind of how I feel too, because my thing is, how do you expect to be taken seriously,
That's it.
but you got to go out here and play half naked?
Yeah.
And until the women who are doing it object and stop doing it,
Yeah.
people gonna keep doing sports and dumb stuff like this.
Yeah. It's I don't get it. Honestly, I don't. It's not for
I'm
me.
excited about the talent though.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is. Some of them they actually can actually play, but
Yeah,
you don't really see the talent because you're too busy. How you
with the
gonna pull up
nonsense.
on a How you gonna pull up on a girl after the game and roll up on her and be like, "Hey, baby," and she's sweaty with her? Come on, go take a shower first or something.
Yeah. So so you're talking about the guys who actually date these chicks?
And the ones who trying to date them.
Yeah. How does that work? Her buns is out for the world to see. How do you
Something
date that?
something need to stay covered. We don't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? If
I
you
agree.
if you want to look at that, just take it to the strip club. So
Facts.
I'm
Facts.
out. I'm good. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
All right. Football. That's because we did derail and came back. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
schedule is out. Like week 1 is serious. Week 1,
Yeah.
so I'm a Giants fan. We play the Cowboys week 1.
For real?
Yes. Week 1 is serious.
Where?
I don't know. I think in New York. Sunday Night Football. I think we play in New York.
Wow.
Right. I'm just like, first game though, but I'm here for it. Like I appreciate them putting the teams together. Like you guys play the Steelers.
And see, I don't particularly like that because it's an East Coast game.
Okay.
And we have 4 total East Coast games
Mm-hmm.
this season. So we're the second most travel team this season. And we have like a 4-game stretch where, I mean, technically we got after that first game against the Steelers, we got like 4 straight home games.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because we played the Rams in LA. That's really like a whole game for us because we go kick their ass. But that's our stadium too. So that's another home game. So
right. Mm-hmm.
But well, we have a stretch of games where I think we play a road game, then a home game, and then we go to Seattle, and then we go to Philly. I don't like that right there. That's to me.
That's kind of brutal.
Trash.
That's kind of brutal with them traveling like that.
Yeah, I don't. We actually we travel to Jacksonville, then we come home against Tampa, then at Seattle, and then at Philly. I don't, and then back, and then we play Seattle again.
Okay.
That's honestly overall, and for those who don't know, I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan, that hard, I just we just got to get off to a good schedule. I mean, a good start this season. We
Right.
can't start at 3-5 to 3-6. We got to get off to a good start. I think we play y'all week 3. Oh, that's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah, you sure do.
Not gonna be pretty at all.
That'll be an interesting conversation we have.
That's gonna be pretty ugly. That's gonna be ugly. But I don't really care. I don't really like the fact that we opening across the East Coast against the Steelers.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little bit tougher than what people think. It is the Steelers and everything. They, tough-minded
Defense
coach.
is crazy.
So defense is crazy.
Yep.
So that part of it right there is, that has me a little concerned. Especially with, who's our quarterback going to be, because, right now it's still kind of, up in the air,
Really? They still haven't.
Well, Purdy's supposed to be able to throw next week, but
Okay.
he can't. He's not really clear. He's not going to be clear to training camp. So, we still have Trey. Trey's doing pretty well right now, and we still have Sam Darnold. He's our first year here. So, and I've been hearing good things about him too. So, but it seemed like every year it's like something going on with our quarterback, and this is something I heard today. Jimmy Garoppolo, that got signed by the Raiders, he just had ankle surgery, so he's going to training camp. So, y'all can have that bag. That bag is just gone. Work. Good luck. Good riddance. So,
yeah.
But it's just, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not down with the 17 game schedule yet. It just still hasn't, because everything is uneven. We're gonna get more road games and home games, and so
that puts a lot on the players.
Yeah. I mean, I think overall the players were just looking at the money aspect, but they weren't looking at
y'all gonna be tired.
Yeah,
you're gonna be jet lagged. You know what I mean? You're not gonna perform to the same ability that you would if it wasn't such a strenuous schedule.
Exactly. And actually the owners presented, they were actually trying to add another bye week to the season too, to make the season even longer. I'm like, hey, look, man, come on, that's too much, dude. So
wow.
But we're gonna see how everything goes. I have concerns, but I wouldn't be, I definitely have concerns about the season and the schedule. Hopefully everything comes out right. We can stay injury free. We'll be fine. So I mean, but it's always something happens during the season that just,
What do you think some of y'all's strengths are?
Our defense.
Okay.
Our defense, our running game, our wide receivers, offensive line. I'm a little shaky because we lost 2 starters, so we got to work 2 guys in, and quarterback, offensive line, and quarterback. That's my biggest concern. Every other position, wide receivers, running back, defense, secondary, we straight. It's just I just don't know what to expect out of that. Out of our quarterback and our offensive line. That Philadelphia Eagles championship game, I was on the emotional roller coaster like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I was happy. I was sad. I was what is it? Happy, sad. What's the rest of it? How's the rest of that go?
Happy, sad, glad, mad. This is like, happy, sad, glad, mad, something like that.
I was mad, then I got happy, then I got sad, then I got depressed, then I got happy again. I started crying. I was all over the place.
Yeah.
I really was. I'm like, man, this is like already going in a hostile environment against a good team. Like, as a coach, you gotta have everything A through Z in order. And I feel like Cal didn't do that. He didn't have, I mean, like, dude, this dude is like fresh on the job, the Eagles coach. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, don't let him out coach you. Don't let him do that. You got the experience. You've been there longer. You know what it is. Don't let that guy out coach you. Don't be out coached. And I feel like he just overthoughts and just didn't take the necessary chances in
I
order.
was gonna say, and played very safe.
Yeah,
Yes.
we played too safe, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, this is a one-shot deal. The Super Bowl is right there. We're at the door. Don't take that away from the team, dude. And I
Right.
feel like but a lot of times you see coaches getting big games and they freeze up. They you know what I'm saying? One thing Shaq said a long time ago was like some coaches I had in my NBA career, when you get to crunch time and they get in the huddle and they fumbling papers around and shit like that. He's like, Phil Jackson never did that. Phil Jackson
Mhm.
was calm, he was cool, he gave me confidence, and that's how I was able to go out there and perform, because I got it from my coach. And
Yeah.
every coach is not like that. You got
Not
to
like
be able
that.
to always be able to think a situation, think a scenario, see it before it happens, type of thing. But at the end of the day, give your team a chance to win. And I just don't feel
Mhm.
like Cal did that.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like he did it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm. It's gonna be week to week with me. I ain't. I know we're a good team. I know
Mhm.
where we should be at. But for me, it's just gonna be week to week. It's gonna be week to week. So,
Yeah.
but we
I
can't.
and listen, I understand that being a Giants fan
Oh
because
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's minute to minute with us.
How y'all,
It's
how y'all gonna be looking though? Did you see DeAndre Hopkins got cut and released today?
I did see that.
Woo.
Yes. Yes. I my issue with the Giants has always been they don't take care of their talent. They don't
Yeah,
take the
yeah,
time to
yeah,
nurture their talent.
yeah,
They are just so quick to just get rid of people.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
just like, do you not see the potential? Because
yeah,
then what happens is the people that they get rid of go somewhere else and do amazing.
yeah,
And
yeah,
y'all just and especially you giving away key people. Our issue last year, honestly, probably the year before that. Well, I'm a Odell Beckham Jr. fan.
Oh,
That's my future.
you still mad about
That,
that?
yeah, that's my future ex baby daddy. So yeah. When listen, I remember I was on a work trip when he got traded, and I even just how that all unfolded, and him not even knowing, and the way that happened, and it's just like, are you serious? He's the only one you have downfield that is dependable. That's going to catch whatever comes in his vicinity,
Yeah.
and you just gave him away for nothing, like literally for nothing.
But
Yeah,
but you know,
heartbroken and upset.
I always thought that they did Eli dirty too. They did
They
Eli
did,
dirty, and I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that came back to kind of bite him a little bit, because I'm like, dude, Eli's a Hall of Famer. You won y'all 2 rings. Let that man play out his career before y'all bring somebody else in here and just give his job away, because he can still play. He just ain't had nobody to throw the ball to.
Thank you. And I said that all season because everybody wants to blame the quarterback, and I get it. Leader of the team, I get it. But he can only do so much. Eli is not he ain't running out the pocket. That's not his game. He's gonna throw the ball. He's not a mover. And once you hit him, he's shook for the game. So he's limited,
Right,
but he's gonna get the ball down the field. He's gonna
right,
get it to where it needs to go.
right.
We had nobody. Sterling Shepard is unreliable as
Yeah,
hell. He's
yeah,
he's never been consistent.
yeah,
And we hold on to him like he's this great thing. And I'm just, why?
yeah.
He could have been gone for all I care.
They had a good few receivers against in the playoffs against Minnesota though. They was doing their thing there, but sometimes when you playing a division team in the playoffs and they know you, they went to that Eagles game and they was just like the Eagles was like, man, y'all ain't got nothing that's gonna
Right,
hurt. We just
right,
gonna come out here and just smack y'all one good time, and we going back in the locker room. And that's
right.
exactly what they did. They
Yep.
they played that game like they knew they couldn't beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's how they
Yeah.
played.
But we didn't have the weapons to beat them.
No,
We just didn't.
Eagles was too strong. They were too
We
strong.
we just we just didn't. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited about what's his face Darren Waller. I'm a little excited about him. Oh,
Oh, I
but
had that band on my fantasy team last year.
yeah. So I'm excited about that. So I'm excited about that. No trash.
But see, I'll say this. I'll say this. When Devontae Adams went to the Raiders, the first thing I said was, "Wow, are they going to feed Devontae Adams the ball more and take away Darren Waller's shine?" Because before Adams came there, Darren Waller was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was killing.
Right.
But last year he was hurt almost all season. He ain't getting no shine. I'm
Yeah.
like, is it because the quarterback knows I want to feed my guy because that's my best friend or whatever,
Right.
and I'm just going to be forgetting about because it seemed like nobody else really got no shine except for Devontae Adams. But
Mm-hmm.
now that Waters moving to the Giants, I mean, he's a very good tight end if Daniel Jones can get him the ball. Now,
Right.
the question is, who are they going to have on the outside that's going to take that pressure away? If they do a lot of if he gets single coverage a lot, he's going to chew some people up. He
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, and I mean, we still got Saquon, which is a help, and I'm happy that he's being good,
Good
taken
to see
care
him
of,
back. Good to see him
because I
back.
was nervous because they was messing around with him and his contract also.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I mean you've been hurt for a couple years, and it's NFL
But
is like, what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it. But nurture him. You know what he's capable of. His
But
his his
at
rookie
the
year
same
on the
time,
team, you saw what that man. He was your workhorse
oh
that
yeah, but
year.
at the same time, you got a new coach in there, and now
Which
it's
I
like,
love. I love Dable. I'm
you
such a
gotta
huge fan.
you gotta reprove yourself for the new coach to coming in because he does his things a certain way. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So hey, I'm like, hey, this is how I'm doing things here, and if you ain't has the opportunity or whatever to really show me what you got, I
Right.
can't use you. You know?
Yeah,
So
but you gotta allow them the room to do that though.
yeah.
You know what
I
I mean?
think
And my thing is, I blame them for all of his injuries because once they got rid of Odell,
yeah,
he was your only safety net.
yeah,
And they worked him like a dog.
yeah.
Every play was going to Saquon. And
But
it's like,
I think you all's biggest problem this year is you're not gonna be sneaking up on nobody just because y'all made the playoffs. And
it,
that's how it
we
works. You know
finished
what I'm
strong.
saying?
Yes.
Y'all not gonna sneak up on nobody. So all those games y'all had when y'all playing those teams where it was like on y'all
Mhm.
level and y'all
Yep.
was beating them at the end and stuff like that, that's not gonna happen now. Everyone's
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh, this is the New York Giants. They made the playoffs. Okay, we're
Right.
gonna give them a good shot, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
And
I think
you
people
know,
underestimated us a lot when
oh,
we got to
absolutely they
that
did.
point
Absolutely,
because we
yeah.
sucked all season. So it
Yeah,
was just like, how the hell y'all pull this out of y'all's asses at
yeah.
the very last minute? And
Mhm.
okay, let's go. And then they actually showed up and played. And it
Yeah.
was crazy to see. It
Yeah,
was crazy to see.
yeah. So we're gonna see what they do this year because they ain't sneaking up on nobody. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm a little excited. I was like, but I'm a little excited to see what happens. And going back to your quarterback conversation
Mhm.
about how they did Eli. So a lot of people don't know that Daniel Jones practiced, and I don't want to say he's part of that Manning family,
Mhm.
but they know him. That was
Okay.
all by design because I was not a fan of them picking up Daniel Jones. That literally was because he trained with Eli. He worked out with Eli before, and people don't know that. They kept that very hush.
I didn't
And
know
then
that.
all of a sudden, people started talking about it because a lot of people started saying the same thing.
Yeah,
Why are they bringing in this new quarterback? Granted, people were not fans of Eli, but
yeah,
it's like, why are you bringing in him of all people? Because there
yeah,
was so much talent out there, and this is who you draft.
yeah.
He was drafted by design.
I don't understand why Eli didn't have more fans. You won them 2 Super Bowls. Like, what more does a man have to do? Like, I don't understand. That's crazy.
Because Eli, he not perfect, not one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. And some people say that, but I don't necessarily think that. However, I think for me, my issue with him always was he couldn't bounce back. Once he got hit, Eli was done. He was done.
But
He
he
always looked
still
like a deer in headlights.
he still did something not many quarterbacks has done. He beat Tom Brady twice. You know what I'm saying? Not
Mm,
many people, quarterbacks,
can
has
say that.
done that in that man's career. So
True.
if you look at that in
Yeah.
itself, that man is on a whole different pedestal than a lot of other quarterbacks that played during Tom Brady's era. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yep.
He beat that man. He beat the undefeated Patriots with
Yeah.
Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
that man should be getting a lot of respect
Hmm.
for what he did in his career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
But like you said,
I got these up off Eli. Eli can ball. You know what I'm
But
saying?
like you said, what have you done for us lately? Because think about how many years he was a disappointment. And
Yeah,
that's what people focus on.
yeah.
That's what they focus
And for
on.
the people who don't know, there's another man in quarterback coming. He should be back. He be out there in a few years.
Yeah, we'll see.
Their nephew,
How look?
that
How
boy, nice.
how much you want to bet he gets drafted or he goes to the Giants?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Maybe,
That would be all right.
maybe,
That would be
maybe.
all right. That would,
We'll
yeah,
see. We'll see.
we'll
I'm gonna
see.
need them to think like we want to win and not be thinking about all this favoritism and family and all that other
I mean, it's
nonsense.
going to be favoritism. I mean, that's the sports for you. It's going to be favoritism. You know,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
just the nature of the business. So, I mean,
Right, right. No, I get it. I get it.
you also had on here talking about Brittany Griner. You want to talk about Brittany Griner?
Yes, I meant to pull. I meant to pull down some things. So she appeared in her first home game this past week. And I meant to actually pull her stats, and I did not get a chance
I
to
think she had
do
like
that.
14 points or something like that.
Yeah, she did good. She did
Yeah,
very good. A lot of people was excited to see her back. So I think I think that's a really awesome thing that, she's back. She's feeling good. She looks good. She cut off all her hair, but
yeah.
she looks
That was
like
good. That was
she's
good.
okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to touch on that, kind of give her props because I think that's
Oh, yeah,
exciting
definitely.
that,
Definitely. That
she's
woman meant a
back and
lot.
she's playing. So yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people were happy
That
to see
woman,
her back on the court.
absolutely. That woman been through a lot. I mean, people
Yeah.
don't, it's hard to survive being in prison. And she was in a
Especially
POW.
out of the country prison.
Yeah, she was in a POW camp. I'm like,
Right. Like you
whoa,
ain't right.
what the easy? Why
Talking
would he
about
do
work
that?
detail in oh gosh. Can't imagine. Can't
Man.
imagine.
And the only way she got out was because they did an even swap. They gave up one to get one back. Like, man.
Yep. Bullshit. Absolute bull.
Yeah.
Absolute bull.
But going forward, and the lesson that she learned, hey, there are certain things I'm not going to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? What you want to see athletes say once something tragic happens to them. There are certain things I'm not traveling to this country. I'm not going here. If I'm playing for Team USA, yes. Otherwise, no. You know what I'm saying? The experience in itself smartened her up, had her thinking, allowing her to make better decisions. And there you go. Now, everybody doesn't learn that lesson. John Morant, everybody doesn't learn that lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, like, what more do you want to go through in life before you lose everything? Come on now.
So
You
here's
got
my
one shot at
issue.
this.
But here's my issue with that, right? Yes, she learned her lesson and maybe she shouldn't have gone or she shouldn't have brought the CBD oil or whatever the case is. But people gloss over the fact that she went out of the country to go play because that is where she's going to make her money.
Money, yeah.
Why? Because these female athletes are not paid what they're worth here.
No, and that's unfortunate. For the WNBA,
Hella unfortunate.
For the WNBA to be in existence as long as it's been, it's really disappointing that they're not, number one, making more than what they should.
Yep.
I think there are only a few other players who have signature shoes. I think one of them just got one last year, so it's maybe like 4 or 5 of them that have signature shoes that's in the league. They haven't really talked about expanding at all in a good 10, 15 years, but trying to get their attendance. You see some NBA players at the games and stuff like that. Well, guess what? Why don't y'all help them promote? You know what I'm saying? And I keep hearing on the outside, it's like, I'm not watching WNBA games. That's just trash basketball. I'm like, I like watching women's basketball.
It is.
I love women's college basketball, for one. I mean, where do you think those women are going to go after they finish their college career? Their dream is to go to the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? So you can't trash it. It's still basketball. They're still out there playing hard, trying to make a living, and doing something that they love to do. And it's their dream, just like NBA players. It's their dream to be in the league.
And here's my thing is, so I am a replay operator, right? Probably one of the very few females that, sit at the table and actually do that for the refs. So I've done replay operations for men's games, women's college games. And it's interesting to me to watch the differences between the two, right? I watch the men's games. Again, nothing but fluff and nonsense. They run up and down the court. Everybody shooting threes and missing.
Yeah.
Like there's no running of the plays. There's no structure. There's no organization. There's no real skill other than the fact that you dribbling down the court thinking you Steph Curry,
Yeah.
shooting a three, missing. The
Yeah.
other team gets the ball, goes back down the thing to do the same exact thing,
Yeah.
and miss too. Like literally, this is the entire game.
Yeah.
Then I come in and I watch the women's game. These girls are running structured plays. You are seeing their skills. You are seeing what they practiced in practice probably 15 times to get it right. So if you are a true lover of sports, you should want to watch that. Because really, when you watch even the NBA, you're watching big name people run back and forth.
Yeah.
You're and the occasional, okay, yes, big dunk or the occasional big play.
Yeah.
You're not watching the fundamentals of sports.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I was going to say. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine probably like a year or two ago. And we were talking about, because he was a University of Maryland graduate. So he loves going to the women's games and seeing the women play fundamentals. And I was like, well, the difference between the men's and the women's are so much more fundamentally sound. And he kind of broke it down to me. He said, but you got to understand, NBA players, those guys, they are such great athletes that they get away with using fundamentals because of their athletic ability, which makes a lot of sense because they are great athletes. There are a lot of great athletes in the NBA. They may not showcase it as often because of the way the game is played now. It seems like everything is either a dunk or a three-point shot. You know what I'm saying? But now it seems as though because of the fact that how the game is being played as opposed to the women. Yeah, I'm back. As opposed to the women, the women just use more fundamentals in their game because number one of the coaching, and number two, they can't run and jump and things like that like the men can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think those are the differences between the two. I mean, like I said, seem like all NBA games, everyone's averaging 25 to 30 3-point shots a game. Women don't. They actually run plays. They passing, ball moving here, ball moving there, taking good shots and stuff like that. You just don't see that stuff in the men's game no more.
And to me, that's so much more.
Fido.
God almighty. It is chaos in my house. Like it's always just chaos in here. Yeah, and he big too. I have a black lab mastiff.
You sound like Cujo Jr. out that joint.
He is. He's huge. He's huge. And normally I don't muzzle his barking because I want people outside to know, don't try it because he will eat you for dinner. So I like when he barks at people so they know, oh, that ain't the house to mess with.
Is he barking at me because he can't see?
No, we're still fighting with DoorDash. So my daughter just went to the door to check for the food. So he's barking because she went outside. But
what kind of dog is he?
He's a black lab mastiff mix. So he about 96 pounds.
Oh yeah, nah.
And I'm 5'5.5". So when he stands up, he's my height.
Oh yeah, I'm messing with that. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, he's it's so funny because he's super protective. So like even with my son, and it's my son hugs me too long, he starts barking. He don't play them games. Yeah, he's never attacked anybody or anything like that. He's never like seemingly got aggressive, but he will let you know when he don't like something. Yeah, but it's great for me because I know I'm always protected.
Yeah,
like they can try it if they want to. Yeah. But just put it there. So anyway, our food is here. Yay.
I'm waiting on my food to get here,
Yeah, so I'm so excited because finally the right food arrived. But it's been an hour. So this is, if we want to call it a day for now. This is it's 8:55.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can't wait for the season to start so we can really get into commentary about like specific stuff that has happened. So this is going to be great.
Well, first we got to go through our fan because me and Jay is in the fantasy league together. So.
I need to join or start one. I've thought about doing either a network one or a show one.
We do have an opening if you want to get in.
I love fantasy.
But I'm gonna forewarn you, and I know you know your stuff. I'm saying these people in this league, they know their stuff, and
that's fine.
This league is rough. This league is rough on new people. Like we had ladies came in last year, and she was at the draft talking all that junk and everything like that. She won one damn game all season. Because you get to that point where it's like she 0-6, 0-7, 0-8, and that's at that point where it's like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna beat me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you don't want to be the person that lose to the person who ain't won a game. You know what I'm saying? So she had it rough.
Do you guys do a manual draft, or do you use like the NFL draft app? I mean, not draft. The NFL like fantasy app, or how do you guys do it?
Draft manual.
Nice. Okay.
We
All right.
do the thing, and we put cards on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just takes a card, whatever that number is, that's your draft pick.
Got it.
So, and you just.
So how do you do your points? So you don't use the app at all?
We use the app. We use the app to do our points. Yeah.
Got it. And then you just build your team in there by whoever you pick.
Yeah, and it's real congested too, because it's not like, it's one quarterback, it's two running backs or three running backs, two wide receivers, one defense, one special team. And then we have this special thing in our league where, so whoever scores the most points that week, they get an extra victory. So if you score 184 points, that's the max, and you win your game, instead of being 1-0, you're 2-0.
2-0. Interesting.
And
okay.
And that's called a pot win. And those pot wins play heavy dividends at the end of the season, because now it's like you could be tied with somebody else, but if you got a pot win and they don't, you make the playoffs and they don't. You know what I'm saying?
And that's interesting. It's weird, but interesting.
And you win money if you win that pot.
Right. So, yeah. We'll see. Because I'm still toying around with doing one for the network. So we'll see.
I mean,
that one sounds hella involved.
League is that league. I'm not. Yeah. I got. It's like another job. I mean, it is.
Yeah, that sounds hella involved.
It's another job, and our waiver wire does not close. It's open 24/7.
Wow.
Even when the games is being played, you can pick up free agents off the street that fast. Wow. On them, yeah. You watching them games, you see a good player, he out there, you better grab him.
Yeah.
He will not be there by the end of the day. He will be
right. There. Wow.
And it's the rule. The rules is, we gotta have a meeting this year to discuss a few of the rules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the league is tight. We got a group. It's a good handful of people that's like
committed.
No, not committed, but they're like, those are the ones that's like, it's gonna be there at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
So once you figured out who that is and how the league and stuff works, I mean, it's a great league. I showed you let me get my trophy. I won the Super Bowl.
Oh, nice.
This is my Super Bowl trophy that I won.
Okay. I've seen those. Yeah.
In 2021, this is my trophy I won last year. I wasn't able to get back to the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
I lost in the AFC Championship game. So the game before the Super Bowl, I lost. And my team was just up and down all season. I had a lot of injuries, and it was just I wanted to get back to the Super Bowl, at least try to defend my title, but nope, couldn't do it. So I'm trying to get back there for this year, because my baby needs a brother or a sister.
I get it. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's the trophy we get at the end of the season, and of course, you get little funds with it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's very good. If you're interested in joining, I'm just forewarning you.
Listen, I barely got time to do what I do now. So.
With all you got going on, I was like, nah, nah.
Because I was just going to use the NFL app. That the other leagues that I typically join, we just do everything in the app, and it's super simple and it's easy, and I ain't got to do much.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
so you let the app pick your team and all that stuff too?
No. Now we do our own drafts where we pick, but it picks who goes in what order. But you can still pick your own people. So it's a live draft. It's just automated on the phone.
Yeah. See, our thing is like, you gotta know like top quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers.
Yeah.
You gotta have.
See, my thing is the app does it for you. It lists them all out. You just pick. Unless you specifically want somebody, then you type in a name and you get who you specifically want. Yeah. But the app will help you with recommendation. It shows you fantasy points and scores and, rankings and all of that. So
and our point system is a little bit different than a lot of other leagues because it's quarterback stuff is yards, it's touchdowns.
right.
Receiving points are like a little bit higher than running back points, ground
Okay.
points, stuff like that. So it just really depends on what the scoring system is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody had Tua last year. He had like 75 points and he didn't even start him.
Well, wait, he got injured last year though.
No, it was early in the season. I think it was a game when they played the
Okay.
Ravens when they were down like 35-7. They came back and won.
And he didn't start. He didn't start.
He didn't start too. I mean, because again, certain players you don't touch because you're afraid they're gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the person that drafted Tua, he was just like, dang, I was kind of surprised that nobody drafted Tua. I'm like, because we all in here know his ass stay hurt. we ain't touching him.
Yeah.
No.
Because then you got to scramble to find another quarterback.
Exactly. Players that running backs, wide receivers that up and down injury wise, nobody's touching that. No,
yeah.
I mean, we may have 2 or 3 good games, great, but that 4th game or that 5th game where you really need him, he ain't there.
Yeah, you screwed.
You screwed.
Yeah.
He may be Superman for 2-3 games. Okay, great, but it can't do it for the whole season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't do it the whole season. Yeah. No. Nobody's touching Tua. I ain't messing with him. I'll take time.
Is he coming back though? I don't even think he should come back. There's just too much.
Now I'll take Tyreek Hill because he gonna ball out.
Right?
Nah, not Tua. Nah. Ain't no way I'm touching him.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I'm touching him. He'll be a backup. He ain't starting. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely, positively not. Not today. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
More power to her.
You silly. But that was good. That was very good.
Wait, what's with that dude? No.
Yeah.
And everybody in the league has their own way of drafting. Everybody's like, okay, well, I get this kind of player. I get that kind of player. Blah, 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 blah. And you just got to stick to what you believe in as far as drafting. Like you get your philosophy and you believe in what you're doing and you go with that. And if it works, it works. And if it don't, you ain't go build. It's make playoffs. That's what it is, man. You gotta get knocked out. Give yourself a chance. So
yeah. All right. Well, this was a great beginning to our new show.
This week I'm gonna have my gear on though. I was washing cars and cutting grass and doing a whole bunch of running up and down the stairs and everything. And I'm like, man, look, I'm about to go get my dinner in a minute.
Yeah, I'm trading off today. I got my Orioles shirt on. That's my backup team to the Yankees just because I'm here. So it's a little easier to support.
Baltimore Orioles? No.
Yeah. I like their stadium. I know. They ain't the greatest, but they ain't the worst. Hell, they beat the Yankees right now. Right now, they're number 3. The Yankees are number 4. So
the Yankees just became, well, they were 3. But
yeah. So between the two of them,
the Yankees having pitching problems though. I'm like that, and then Aaron Judge was hurt.
Yep.
They got a lot going on,
Yep. So it's only going to progressively get worse for them, I think, for the rest of the season.
I follow baseball. I look at the records and see what they're doing, throughout the season. But I don't really watch a lot of games until more like the end of the season. Something like that, going to the playoffs to see where we are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, Yankees is my number 3 team. Duke Blue Devils is my number 2 team, and 49ers is my number 1 team. So those are my teams.
In that order. Gotcha.
It's kind of weird because I was going to the doctor yesterday. I had an appointment today, and a lady seen my 49ers lanyard, and she was like, 49ers fan, huh? She was like, well, we have a great team right here in this area. And I was like, well, who might that be? Because I don't know who the hell you're talking about.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. Were you in Baltimore or were you in DC?
Yeah, I was in Maryland. I was in this area.
She was not talking about the Commanders, ma'am.
I didn't know who she was talking about. I'm like, we do. I'm like, well, what team was that? Because I ain't never know about that. She was like,
ma'am.
I'm like, you telling me something I ain't never heard of before. I'm like, I said, great team.
Look, even on their best day, they not a good team.
and then she hit me. With she was like, well, we're gonna have a great season this year. You just wait and see. I'm like,
Okay.
How long have y'all been saying that? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you get tired of saying the
And it
same?
never happens. Never happens. They win what, first 3 games, and after that, trash.
I said, ma'am, I'm going to make it a personal attempt to come
Watch
up here and shake your hand if y'all have a great season this year. Okay, I'm like, you heard it first from me. And your 2 wins is right there. Y'all have a great season. I'm
Yeah.
gonna come up here and give you a handshake. How about that?
Yeah.
So
Okay, so what do you think about the Ravens? Because I'm gonna be messed up this year. Let me tell you, my ex future baby daddy husband is here, so I'm still trying to figure out where he lives. So I might have to call you and be like, "Hey, I'm climbing the fence, have the bail money ready, because once I find out where he lives, it's over." But
I've always said this about football players: if you get hurt without being touched, you're soft. You're soft. Okay. Beckham got to stay healthy. Okay.
yes, I know.
Right. Got to be available. But Lamar Jackson has to stay healthy. At the end of the day, it's all about health. With every team, it's about health. Lamar's been hurt the last 2 years. Still got on track. Beckham got $15 million for 1 year, coming off of ACL. So again, if they stay healthy, they can compete. They can do good. But the AFC,
I'm gonna be a Giants fan wearing purple, because I see them making magic. I see it. Like, oh my gosh, this is about to be exciting. I see it. I see it.
What's that comedian who did magic on stage? You talking about Carrot Top Magic or Gather Magic? Because
Houdini magic, right? We're gonna go big. Houdini magic.
The dude that performed in Vegas, Copperfield. You ain't talking about that
David,
kind of
yes, David Copperfield magic. Yes.
Y'all
that is what I see. I feel it in my bones.
Y'all more like Carrot Top pulling shit out of the trunk magic.
No. I'm telling you, it's going to be better than people expect. I really think, especially if they can find their rhythm. And like you, and I agree, they definitely need to stay healthy. Odell definitely needs to stay healthy, because I feel like he's just had there's so many years consistently of being injured and not really being able to play. But when he plays, tell me it's not magic. Tell me that's not magic when that man plays.
My thing is this, in the AFC, my thing is this. Number 15 is the man, and he got the best coach coaching him, period. And if you can't beat Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes in the AFC, you don't have a chance. Andy Reid is too damn smart of a coach.
Yeah, agreed.
To let anything that anyone throws at him affect what he got going. He knows he has the best quarterback in the league at his disposal. And that dude performs each and every week at the highest level. He may throw an interception. They all throw interceptions. But when it counts the most, you got to go through number 15.
He's clutch.
You got to beat number 15, owns the AFC. And until you beat that man, it don't really matter what the rest of them do. I mean, he's put himself on a pedestal higher than Tom Brady did early in his career. You know what I'm saying?
But he can't win it alone. Like, I get that, and I give him his props, because I agree. I need to stop jumping in this chair. I agree that, he's great. He can't do it alone, though.
But look at it this way. When they lost Tyreek Hill, did a lot of people really think that they was going to have a chance to win anything? His number one receiver was Juju Smith-Schuster.
He was on my fantasy team a couple years ago.
He had Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm just saying. Think about it. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yes, I know. Back in his heyday, he was good. He was good back in his heyday.
He was above average. Good is stretching it.
I feel like he was good back in the day. I'm gonna have to look his stats up and we revisit. I feel like back in the day he was a contender. I'm telling you, because he was on my fantasy league, and it's again years ago, and he used to do numbers for me.
If that's the case, how come nobody wanted that man? Nobody wanted him. Kansas City needed a wide receiver. Like, oh, let's go get this dude off the street.
Right? Yeah. No, I get it.
Patrick Mahomes is the epitome of making players better around him. He is the epitome of that.
Mm,
Just get your ass open. I will get you the ball.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a lot of. It's a very, very small number of quarterbacks who can do that consistently. Consistently, it's a very, very, very small number.
Yeah.
And he just has it. He just has it.
I agree. I agree.
All those teams who passed up on that man, I know right now they're kicking his head.
Right. Thinking about where they could have been had they just took a chance.
And you put him with the brain, the offensive brain of an Andy Reid. It just makes it that much more lethal. I mean, if we go to the Super Bowl, I do not want to play them. I'm not confident we'll be. I'm dead ass serious.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Absolutely.
I'm dead ass. I do not want to play Kansas City in nobody's damn Super Bowl. I don't want to do that. Anybody else out there, I don't care. We'll be. Kansas City. We could have the number one. We could have the number one defense, number one plus. And I'm still worried. I'm still look at the Eagles. The Eagles went toe for toe. Jalen Hurts made one mistake in that game, and they lost. One dude. Yeah. One mistake. One little mistake, and y'all lost. One mistake. Yeah. And that's all they need.
Yeah. And shout out to him. His agent, who he, I love, me. I am always a female first kind of a thing because of, in a lot of cases we are undervalued and underrated. But I love the fact that this man has a all female agent, agent staff, and his agent's actually expecting. So I think that is amazing.
Revealed on that.
Yeah. Like I think that is just absolutely amazing that and not to say that he's doing it for that reason, but because of, his agent staff and them all being women, it's just bringing such good light to that. So I always, he will always be a favorite of mine because of that.
And actually to take it a step further, the way they even met, she DM'd him before the draft and asked him, hey, do you have any representation?
Right.
He told her no. And he was like, well, do you want to think about,
right.
You want to think about me representing, because everybody knew he wasn't being no first round draft pick. He lost his job at Alabama to Tua. The fuck?
And to me, I think an agent is more than just the person that negotiates your deals, right? Yeah. Your agent will help groom you, tell you how to move. You know what I mean? Help facilitate you being that guy.
Help market you, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. So shout out to him and them. My son is actually an Eagles fan, so.
Oh, no doubt. Shout out to him. 100% happy that he got his contract and got his money and everything like that. Hopefully he can keep playing at the level that he was on. But I do not like the Eagles. I'm sorry. I'm like, when we play the Eagles, I hope we beat his ass. I mean, I'm dead. We owe them, man.
Listen.
We won that game, man.
They played New England week 1.
Who's that?
The Eagles.
Oh, they beat them. The Eagles.
Yeah.
New England.
Yeah, I know they've lost their flair, but
New England is last year's news. It's not even news.
Yeah.
Last year, nobody concerned about.
I feel like the Eagles has an easy starting schedule too. So
no one's worried about the Patriots and Mac Jones. All right, Tom Brady is retired and gone, and they better hope and pray they ever get somebody close to that because he is the Patriots is over. I mean, how many more seasons Bill Belichick at some point be like, something, I've had my run. But it's time for me to get the hell out of here.
I need to bow out gracefully while I still can. Yeah, it's better to leave on top or somewhat on top.
Oh, no one's afraid of the Patriots anymore. That aura of invincibility and fear is gone.
Long gone.
That is like I can't wait to play the Patriots. We owe them up. Nah. No one cares about the Patriots. I'm really interested to see what Aaron Rodgers and the Jets do. I'm really interested to see.
Really? Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to perform like they think.
Really? Well, they started making a little bit of noise last year. A little bit, not much, but they started making a little bit of noise last year.
Like I said, injuries happen in the NFL.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers gets hurt.
That's it.
Misses a few games and gets some good teams. Okay. He's gonna find out that this is not the AFC North.
And I'm surprised he's still playing too. He's another one that needs to give it up.
Who's that?
Aaron Rodgers. Here's another one that needs to give it
That's
up.
what I'm saying. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Aaron Rodgers, he's going to find out how good he had it in Green Bay. I
Yeah.
had it really good on this side.
Yeah.
Now I'm here with all the talents. All
Yep.
the talent is in the AFC.
Yes. And it's tougher. It's hella tough over here.
He don't have no easy games in his division no more, like the Detroit Lions and the Chicago fucking Bears. I'm like, come on. He don't have that no more. It's over. Buffalo twice, Miami twice, New England twice. He got to play Cincinnati. He got to play Kansas City, the Chargers. Oh, yeah. Pittsburgh. Good luck, bro.
Right.
Oh, they beat his ass. I want him out the league. I don't even like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. That's what I say. I'm surprised he's still playing. Like, sir.
Okay.
It's time. So, anywho, well, like I said before, I think this is a great start to our show. Yeah, I can't wait till we can really deep dive into some things.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have my gear on next week. Next week. We got the next.
Yeah, I don't even know. We haven't worked out a schedule yet. We just needed to get this one under our belts and then figure out who, what, where, why, and how after that.
Yeah, I gotta give me some sports background in the background too.
Right, me too. I feel like
I might just keep MJ. You know, that's
I guess.
Yeah.
As a Knicks fan, I can't support the movement.
Get that thumbs down, MJ. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing: it's only by default because being a Knicks fan, you know, the Bulls was the rivalry. So I can't get on the MJ bandwagon because I'm a Knicks fan. So
there's a difference between liking the Bulls and liking Jordan. I didn't like the Bulls. No, I wanted the Bulls to lose, but Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great player. He's a great player. I ain't on the bandwagon though. Just like I ain't on the LeBron bandwagon.
I'll never be on LeBron's bandwagon.
Yeah, and them losing the playoffs showed everybody why.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, give it a break.
And he's another one. I think at this point, I think he needs to give it up too. Like you're done. You're done.
Yeah, and this whole I want to play with my son thing. I'm like, for what, bro?
Right. Because now you're operating in ego. Yeah. It's not about you. It's about your son. Let him go do that. He already got to walk in your footsteps. He's got to walk in your legacy. Let it be about him.
And the crazy part for me was like, he came out a few years ago and was like, oh, I should never name my son LeBron James Jr. Then why did you?
Right. Well, why not? Everybody calls him Bronny anyway.
Yeah, but he wanted people to call it. He didn't want them calling him LeBron Jr. or LJ or nothing like that. So that was like the name he created for himself. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
Ronnie James.
Yeah. Anywho. All right. Well, my food's getting cold.
I got to go get my food. So.
All right. Well, we thank you guys for watching Sideline Chatter.
I love the name.
I do too, right? Got a ring to it. Sideline Chatter. I like it. I
applaud you for that. That was a good one.
Oh, thank you. It was a group effort. Oh. So
we had about 30 names.
We did. Oh, that we did. So, you guys stay tuned, keep watching, as we grow and as the season of sports, evolves, so will we. So we'll have a lot more to deep dive into later. So
yeah, if y'all got any sports questions or anything y'all want to talk about, bring it on. And are we going to have like a number of people can call in if they want to ask us questions and stuff like that?
Yes, I'm working on it. But yes, but they can also do it in the chats too. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get some good special guests. So I'm looking at to see maybe some XFL players, some women football play. Like you know what I mean. Like I really would like to kind of bring in. So for we'll talk about it more offline. But I gravitate more towards women. So
yeah, it's all good. Whatever. I mean, I'm down for anything. I'm about it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna reach out to all the female athletes that I can to try to get some
basketball players,
some conversations.
Football players, basketball players, whatever. I'm for it. Softball players.
Yep. So
I'm all for it. It doesn't matter to me who's on. Sports is sports. So
right. All right. Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, that is our show. Thanks again for watching, and we will let you know when we're back up next.
Thank y'all very much. Take care.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Couldn't find a thing. Here we go.